Everything you need for success is already within your reach. You just have to recognize it and develop it. Most people are like the man who sold his farm to travel the world in search of diamonds, only to discover that the farm he had sold was sitting on acres of them. He died poor, never realizing that what he sought was already beneath his feet. The same is true of you and me. Our greatest opportunities are not somewhere else, not in another country, not in another person's life. They are right here, in our own backyard, waiting for us to see them. The problem is not opportunity. The problem is vision. We fail to look closely at where we are and what we already have. Each of us has talents, abilities, and possibilities that we overlook. We are so busy wishing we had what others have, we never notice that what we already possess is enough to make us successful. Your acres of diamonds might be your skills, your relationships, your experiences, or even the problems you've endured. Stop thinking the grass is greener somewhere else. Look closely where you stand. Every great fortune began with an idea, and every idea came from someone who saw possibilities where others saw nothing. Diamonds are nothing more than carbon buried in the earth. Ideas are nothing more than thoughts buried in your mind. The person who mines them, who polishes them, who acts on them becomes wealthy. In every sense of the word, an uncut diamond looks like a rock. The same is true of your talents. Without discipline, without persistence, without work, you remain ordinary. The work you do is the cutting and polishing of your diamond. The more effort you put into refining your skills, the more brilliant you will shine in the marketplace of life. Most people search far away for opportunity, never realizing that it's in their current work, their present neighborhood, or their present business. If you can serve people where you are better than anyone else, riches will find you. Don't run from job to job, from city to city, chasing opportunities. First exhaust the one where you stand. More often than not, your acres of diamonds are right beneath your feet. Diamonds are formed under pressure, and so are successful people. The problems you complain about today are the very situations that, if solved, could bring you success tomorrow. Instead of wishing your problems away, learn to ask, what opportunity is hidden inside this difficulty? That is how great fortunes and great lives are built. All wealth, all success, all happiness in life comes from one thing: service to others. If you want to increase your income, increase your service. If you want to find diamonds, find ways to solve more problems, to help more people, to add more value. The size of your success is directly proportional to the number of people you serve. The starting point of success is gratitude. When you stop resenting what you don't have and start appreciating what you do have, you see possibilities everywhere. You realize that you already hold the seed of greatness within you, waiting for cultivation. Imagine for a moment that you are searching for treasure. Many people think that treasure lies somewhere far away, across oceans, over mountains, or in some distant land where luck favors a few. They travel far and wide searching for opportunities, thinking that success and abundance exist only in places they have not yet been. Yet the truth, as it has been whispered by those who have succeeded, is that the most precious treasures often lie right beneath our feet. There are diamonds in your own backyard, opportunities that you carry with you every day, waiting to be discovered. Too often, people ignore what they already possess, believing that something greater must exist elsewhere. They fail to see that their own skills, their own knowledge, their own experiences, and their own relationships are the very foundation upon which they can build extraordinary success. The ability to recognize the value in your own backyard is a skill, a discipline, and a mindset that separates the average person from the achiever. It requires awareness, a sharp eye, and a willingness to pause and examine the life you already lead. Consider the farmer who sows seeds in his own field. If he spends all his time looking at the neighboring farms, wishing their soil was his, he will never reap the harvest of his own land. Yet the moment he looks at his own soil, understands its richness, and begins to cultivate it, the possibilities multiply. The same is true for every person. Your talents, your ideas, your resources, your network, your health, your knowledge, these are the fertile ground from which your diamonds can emerge. The problem is not that opportunities are scarce. The problem is that people overlook the opportunities that are already present. They fail to dig because they have been blinded by the illusion that wealth, success, and fulfillment exists somewhere else. Every great achiever, from the inventor to the entrepreneur, has understood that mastery begins with what is already available. They study their own skills, refine their own craft, and leverage the resources that others take for granted. They do not wait for a magical moment when conditions are perfect. They begin where they are with what they have and turn ordinary circumstances into extraordinary results. Recognizing the value in your own backyard also demands gratitude and perspective. When you learn to appreciate what you already possess, you open your eyes to possibilities you never saw before. It is not merely a matter of convenience, it is a matter of focus. Attention is the most powerful force you have. Wherever your attention goes, energy flows and results follow. By focusing on the assets, skills, and opportunities within your reach, you begin to create momentum. You begin to see connections others miss, solutions others overlook, and potential that others ignore. You begin to understand that the journey to greatness does not necessarily require new land, new tools, or new connections. It requires the insight to recognize the diamonds that have been there all along, patiently waiting for your awareness, your effort, and your belief to uncover them. Self-discovery is the foundation upon which all achievement is built. It is the quiet, deliberate process of looking inward, of examining your thoughts, your passions, your abilities, and your desires. Many people spend their entire lives running after external goals, chasing success, recognition, wealth, or approval, without ever pausing to understand who they truly are. They imitate others, follow trends, and measure themselves by standards that do not belong to them, never realizing that the most powerful resource they possess is their own unique mind, heart, and spirit. To discover yourself is to unlock the blueprint of your own potential, to identify the talents and skills that have been lying dormant, waiting for the right moment to emerge. It is to understand what excites you, what motivates you, and what gives your life meaning. Without this knowledge, you are like a ship without a rudder, drifting in the currents of circumstance, hoping that luck will steer you to your destination. The process of self-discovery begins with honesty, with courage, and with observation. You must be willing to look at yourself without pretense, without judgment, and without excuses. You must ask the difficult questions: what am I really good at? What brings me joy? What do I value more than anything else? These questions are not answered in haste or in comfort. They are revealed through reflection, experimentation, and experience. Self-discovery also requires action. You cannot simply sit and contemplate. You must try, explore, and test yourself in the world. Every task you attempt, every challenge you face, every interaction you engage in is a mirror reflecting your strengths, weaknesses, preferences, and passions. Pay attention to the moments when you feel alive, when your energy surges, when time seems to disappear. These are clues to your purpose, signposts pointing you toward the areas where your diamonds lie. The journey of self-discovery is not always easy. It demands patience, persistence, and a willingness to confront fears and doubts. Yet it is through this journey that you begin to see your life with clarity. You begin to understand that your potential is not defined by circumstances, by others' expectations, or by limitations imposed from the outside. It is defined by the depth of your understanding of yourself and the courage with which you act upon that knowledge. Once you know yourself, you can make choices that align with your true nature. You can focus your energy on areas where your efforts will be most effective, where your talents can shine, and where your passion can sustain you through difficulties. Self-discovery is the spark that ignites initiative, the compass that guides decisions, and the lens through which opportunities are recognized. It is the first step in mining your own acres of diamonds, because before you can uncover treasures in the world around you, you must first recognize the treasures within yourself. Many people live their entire lives under a powerful illusion, the belief that happiness, success, and opportunity exist somewhere else, in some distant place, at some future time. They imagine that if only they could move to a new city, find a different job, meet different people, or wait for the right circumstances, their lives would suddenly change. Yet the truth is that the vast majority of the treasures we seek are not hidden in distant lands. They are right here, waiting to be recognized and cultivated. The illusion of somewhere else is a trap, because it convinces us that our current life, our current resources, and our current abilities are not enough. It whispers that we must constantly look outward, chasing conditions that may never exist, rather than looking inward and around us to discover what we already possess. Every great achiever, every person who has truly succeeded, understands that waiting for perfect conditions is a form of procrastination disguised as wisdom. The moment to act is always now, the place to act is always here, and the resources to act are often already within reach. The illusion of somewhere else blinds people to the opportunities in their own lives. They overlook their talents, ignore the support and guidance available to them, and fail to see that their environment, no matter how ordinary it may seem, is rich with potential. The world does not owe anyone a living, and luck favors the person who recognizes the diamonds in their own backyard. By focusing on what is distant, We allow what is close to slip by unnoticed. We become spectators in our own lives, constantly imagining that a different scene or a different moment will finally deliver the fulfillment we crave. Yet fulfillment is not delivered from afar. It is created through our choices, our actions, and our awareness. Overcoming the illusion of somewhere else requires a shift in perspective. It demands that we pause and examine our present circumstances, searching for the untapped resources, the hidden opportunities, and the latent talents that we already possess. It requires gratitude for what we have, clarity about what we can do, and courage to take the first step in the direction that is already available. Life rewards those who act, not those who wait. The person who sees the value in the moment, who recognizes the potential in their current situation, and who decides to mine the resources at hand, will discover that the diamonds they sought elsewhere were always present, waiting for their attention and effort. The illusion fades when we understand that success is not a destination, it is a process. It is built from small, deliberate actions taken consistently, using what we already have right where we are. By rejecting the notion that the grass is greener elsewhere, we open ourselves to the richness of our own environment, the brilliance of our own talents, and the possibilities that surround us every day. The more clearly we see that our circumstances are fertile ground, the more effectively we can plant the seeds of achievement, nurture them with effort, and harvest the rewards that were always within reach. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. Knowledge, ideas, and plans are meaningless without the motion of your own effort to bring them to life. Too many people spend their lives planning, thinking, and wishing, waiting for the perfect moment when conditions are ideal, believing that success will arrive without exertion. Yet the truth is that action, not contemplation, is the engine that moves opportunity from the abstract to the tangible. Every achievement, every diamond unearthed, every milestone reached, is the result of someone choosing to act when others hesitated. The universe responds to motion. It rewards those who are willing to step forward, even in uncertainty, even when the outcome is unclear. Action is not merely about doing more, it is about doing deliberately, consistently, and with purpose. It is the discipline of turning intention into reality, of converting thought into measurable results. Consider the craftsman who wants to create a masterpiece. Possessing the finest tools and the greatest ideas will accomplish nothing if the hands remain idle. It is only through repeated effort, through the commitment to work day after day, that skill is honed, opportunities revealed, and mastery attained. Similarly, your own diamonds, your unique talents, ideas, and opportunities will remain buried until you dig with determination. Relentless action does not mean blind or chaotic activity. It means persistent, focused effort directed toward clearly defined goals. It is the combination of courage and discipline, the willingness to keep moving forward in the face of doubt, fear, and temporary setbacks. Every small step taken compounds, building momentum that carries you further than thought alone could achieve. Inaction is the silent thief of potential. Those who wait for motivation, perfect timing, or inspiration will find that life passes them by, while others, less gifted perhaps, succeed because they chose to act. Action teaches, shapes, and molds you. It reveals weaknesses, illuminates new paths, and exposes possibilities that planning alone could never uncover. It transforms abstract ideas into tangible outcomes and potential into results. The law of averages favors those who keep trying, those who take action repeatedly, learning and adjusting along the way. Each attempt, no matter the result, brings you closer to success because it refines your skill, strengthens your understanding, and increases your capacity to recognize opportunity. Relentless action is also an attitude, a commitment to engage with life fully rather than passively observing it. It is the determination to seize the day, to apply your energy where it matters most, and to persist long after others have given up. The diamonds in your life will remain hidden until you are willing to move, to dig, and to labor for their discovery. The combination of knowledge, awareness, and effort creates a force that cannot be ignored. Success is never a coincidence. It is the result of deliberate, continuous action applied consistently over time, with focus and resilience guiding every step. Gratitude and awareness are the lenses through which we perceive the world, and they are the keys to unlocking the hidden wealth in our lives. Most people move through their days distracted, focused on what they lack rather than what they already possess. They compare themselves to others, chase illusions of perfection, and overlook the countless opportunities that surround them. Yet those who cultivate gratitude and awareness see life differently. They recognize the value in their experiences, the potential in their challenges, and the possibilities that exist within ordinary circumstances. Gratitude is more than a polite acknowledgement. It is a profound recognition that life has already provided the tools, resources, and opportunities necessary to achieve success. It transforms perception, shifting focus from scarcity to abundance, from limitation to possibility. Awareness, on the other hand, sharpens the mind. It is the ability to observe your environment, your talents, your relationships, and your circumstances with clarity. Awareness allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to hear lessons in failures, and to detect patterns that point toward progress. Together, gratitude and awareness create a powerful synergy. When you are grateful for what you have, you naturally become more attentive to the resources at your disposal. You begin to notice connections, ideas, and openings that were invisible to you before. The mind trained in gratitude is a fertile ground for insight, and the mind trained in awareness is a precise instrument for action. Consider the person who focuses solely on what is missing in their life. Their attention is scattered, their energy wasted, and their vision clouded. Contrast that with the individual who appreciates what is present, who is fully aware of their surroundings, and who recognizes the opportunities that others ignore. This person acts decisively, invests wisely in their skills, and seizes moments that might pass unnoticed. Gratitude and awareness also reinforce persistence. Life inevitably presents obstacles, delays, and disappointments. Without an attitude of appreciation, setbacks can feel overwhelming and demotivating, but a person grounded in gratitude sees setbacks as lessons, and awareness reveals the small steps that lead forward. Each day becomes a treasure trove of possibility, each interaction a source of insight, each challenge a diamond in disguise. Cultivating this mindset requires discipline and practice. It involves pausing to reflect on your achievements, observing the details of your life, and acknowledging both the ordinary and extraordinary elements that make success possible. Journaling, mindful observation, and conscious reflection are tools that strengthen this mindset. Over time, gratitude and awareness become habits, shaping decisions, actions, and relationships. They allow you to mine your own acres of diamonds because they reveal the wealth that has always been present, hidden in plain sight, waiting for your recognition. The more consistently you practice these qualities, the more you discover that life is abundant, that opportunities are plentiful, and that the greatest riches often lie in the smallest, most overlooked aspects of your own existence. Persistence is the quiet force that transforms potential into achievement, that turns small, overlooked opportunities into lasting success. Many people fail not because they lack talent, intelligence, or resources, but because they give up too soon. They see obstacles, experience temporary setbacks, or encounter slow progress, and they conclude that their efforts are in vain. Yet the truth is that every great success story is built on the foundation of persistent effort. Diamonds are not formed overnight. They are the result of pressure applied consistently over time. Similarly, the treasures in your own life, the talents, ideas, and opportunities that lie in your backyard, require the steady application of effort to reveal their full value. Persistence is more than stubbornness. It is deliberate, disciplined, and focused action repeated day after day, regardless of immediate results. It is the understanding that small, consistent steps compound into significant outcomes, that every attempt, every trial, every minor achievement contributes to the ultimate goal. Consider the writer who sits at a desk producing page after page, often unsure if the work will ever be recognized. Consider the entrepreneur who faces rejection after rejection, yet continues to refine their approach, learn from mistakes, and move forward. It is persistence, not sudden brilliance, that leads to breakthroughs. Small gems, those hidden skills, ideas, or opportunities may appear insignificant at first, easy to overlook or dismiss. Yet with patient effort, these small advantages accumulate, forming the foundation of remarkable success. The person who persists sees value where others see failure, sees lessons where others see defeat, and sees opportunity where others see only obstacles. Persistence is also a test of belief. It measures the depth of your commitment to your own potential and the seriousness with which you pursue your goals. Those who persist demonstrate faith in their abilities, confidence in their vision, and a refusal to allow temporary circumstances to dictate their destiny. Life rewards those who continue, who refuse to quit when results are delayed, and who maintain focus on the ultimate objective. The law of averages favors persistent action. Every attempt, every effort, every small step increases the probability of success. By continuing, you maximize your chances, refine your methods, and accumulate the insights necessary to turn small beginnings into lasting achievement. Persistence creates momentum, and momentum fuels progress. It is the combination of endurance, adaptability, and repeated effort that uncovers the hidden wealth in your life. The diamonds you seek may be small at first, difficult to recognize, and slow to emerge, but persistent effort magnifies their value, polishes them through experience, and ultimately produces a harvest of abundance that far exceeds initial expectations. In the end, persistence is the bridge between the seeds of opportunity and the fruits of success. It turns ordinary circumstances into extraordinary outcomes and ensures that the riches lying quietly in your own backyard are fully realized. So I say to you, stop searching for diamonds in far-off lands. Stop thinking happiness and success belong to someone else or somewhere else. Dig where you are. Look within yourself. Look within your work. Look within your relationships. Look within your ideas. There, and only there, will you discover your acres of diamonds. And when you do, you'll find that success was never out of reach. It was right beneath your feet the whole time.